Good afternoon, everybody. Robert Bishop from RB Model Works coming at you from Moscow, Idaho. Today is the day we get started on the collaboration build with Sean over at Scale Model Car Guide channel. So basically, kind of got everything laid out here. Interior tub. It's just a resin cast of this, so I don't have to do all the modifications on this. This is one of my resin seats that I cast. It's out of the 80s monogram. I like the just basic seat style, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mark this off. This is what I'm actually going to take off of here. Basically, all I'm going to do is just leave the seat on this one, and then what it does is the kit comes with its own little sidebar. This is it goes on the side of the seat. I don't know if this is gonna fit. Yeah, a little modification, it'll fit on there. But we're gonna get the chassis going. Basically, all this needs to come out down here. Mufflers. Kind of a pain in the butt, but it just doesn't look right if you don't do it. So I'll get that all cleaned up. These gauges, what I'll do is I'll run those down flat, and then I'll put a piece of styrene in there and put my gauges right in. The firewall, this I'm going to take out, and I'll just put a little block off plate there. Besides that, I'll leave the booster and all the other wires and stuff. Leave that on there. And when the bingo, back to the table, sorry about that. Once you get the seat done, it comes with these seat belts that are actually a really good fit. Got the tops, and then it's got some bottoms in here. Then the buckle, the two little side pieces. So we'll get that going. Got the fire extinguisher. Then of course we got the roll cage. This is from an old, these kits, they multi-purpose. This is from the Ford kit that was left over on the tree. So I'll get the cage assembled and get it ready to go in. Here's all the pieces to the motor. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces, minus the carbs. I'm going to use one of my resin air cleaners on this. It's not done yet. And also I've got my resin. Well, this just keeps creeping on me every time I hit it. Sorry about that, guys. Then I've got my resin treaded tires that I'm going to use. some Holman Moody wheels that were run back in the day. They just drop right in there. Those always look great on any stock car. So I'll get those painted up. Got some work to do back here. There's a hole that needs to be drilled right here for the fuel filler. And then some block off plates. I think I'm going to use because it actually doesn't show a block off plate. It looks like they're just blacked out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lenses in, and then I'm going to use a little bit of white glue and black paint, and then I'm just going to dollop a little bit in each one of them to kind of create a cover. And then on the front grille, need to cover the two side lights, and then the headlights amazingly come with, if I can get them in there, little headlight covers. So those will go on there, and then black wash that out and make it look real good. And that's about it. So we're just going to get started. And before I do anything on this body, there's a lot of prep that needs to be done on this as well. That needs to be taken off. This side molding all the way back needs to be taken off. And there's just a little bit of molding around each wheel well. The chrome molding, that's got to come off. The door lock, emblems. And this side looks good, but you can see this side has a divot right there. I'll have to get that filled, and I'm actually going to take these door handles off too. I've got some door handles from Fireball Model Works that are really nice. And then we're going to take those off. And I will scribe these panel lines. These need to come off. That emblem needs to come off. But I'll scribe these panel lines out so we can get a good wash in there. And then that's it. So I'm going to get started. Where is my Tamiya glue? Oh, I need some more. Let me get... Yeah, there we go. Full bottle. I'll fill that back up. And actually, just so you know, FYI, I do not use, I do not buy Tamiya glue. This is airbrush cleaner. It's the same exact stuff. Someone told me that. I figured, you know what, I'll give it a try. This is still a bottle of Tamiya thin cement, but this is this, and it works exactly the same way. So we're just gonna get started and get this put together and cleaned up. Still got to figure out what kind of carbs I'm gonna put on this. It is a dual carb manifold. We're just gonna put some clips on there, make sure those holes are lined up good. And then once that's dry, I'll put the oil pan and stuff on there. Do not know why. Oh, I know what I did. I had used double stick tape to mock up a chassis, and that double stick tape, let's see if I can get it off of there. That double stick tape loves resin, because it just absolutely does not want to come off of there. Oh, there we go. I might have got under it. Come on. Yep. I think I did. Come on. Barely. But anyway, I'll work on that, getting that done. Grab I need another knife. I don't like those scalpels. It's when you're putting, they're so thin that when you're putting a lot of pressure on them, they have a tendency to break, and it scares the hell out of me. So actually, what I'll do is I'm just going to work this down with my file. I wonder. Yeah, there we go. All right, well, we're back. Got a little bit of work done. Worked on getting the seat done. See, I got the sides cleaned up on it. And so basically, just as it sits, it's just kind of a nice normal little seat. Had to put a couple risers on it. I got the roll cage together. See how everything's fitting with the resin interior tub. Got one more bar that will go in there. And then this bar will come along and connect to the roll cage here and to the floor. So that's where that little one goes. And I got this motor cut off the firewall. Big work is the chassis. You can see all along here I ground the exhaust off. I can't get down in there without really tearing it up, so I'm not going to. But you can see what I did on this side. I just cut this whole thing out right here, and then just replace it with sheet styrene, and then I'll clean that up. And but this side I got started on the sanding. Once I get it primed and stuff, it'll look all right. One of the big issues I'm having with this motor is headers. I don't like these little tiny stock little pieces. So I'm trying to see what kind of headers will fit up in here. And with this kind of all molded in one suspension bar, it really limits what I'm going to be able to put on there. But I'll find some kind of headers to put on there. These don't fit up in there either. I thought about maybe just taking the end of this one, like right here, and graphing it to this somehow. I don't know. I'll get that figured out. These are the back straps for the window. So really the main thing is getting on with that and the body. You can see here, this is still pretty crude. I just got started. You can see how these door lines are disappearing. You can look at the trunk. I've re-scribed them with my trumpeter tool. Where the line is non-existent or gone, I'll show you this side. You can see this side is very well defined. What I do right on these lines is just take a saw and just lightly go over it, just so I can start a line. And then once I get the line started, then I can go back over and finish the lines. And I have to look, if you look on the profile, I don't think you're going to be able to see it too well. There's a trim piece up along here. I need to get that knocked down as well. But you can see this side is pretty clean. I did 220 and then 400 grit. Same with the trunk. I just hit that with some 400 right there to clean those marks up. So basically next I'm gonna get this in primer, get my engine in primer, and that's about it there. These things are not for these. So what I'm going to do is I've got about this, it's a roll of craft aluminum. Works really well. You can just punch out how many ever of these you need. And then what I do is I've got a little hammer and dolly that I lay these on to clean them up. But what I will do just like that. So then it's a nice aluminum cover. If this, they're just a perfect size, so you can't see if you can see that. See if it'll focus. But yeah, nice aluminum covers on there. And after going through some more reference pictures, I realized that these are covered with small little plates. Oh, I'm probably going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut out some rounds, and then I will just take my hobby knife and just try to start whittling them down. And then eventually, hopefully, I can get a halfway decent cover to go over each one. If not, I'm probably just going to use styrene. I use, let me see here. I use this stuff, it's from Robot Kai, and I like it because it's got the marks in it and the graph lines. So if you know your exact size, you can just pretty much cut yourself out following your lines, whatever size you need. See if I can. Yeah, this may be my best bet. They are by no means going to be perfect because I cannot get my fat fingers on stuff like this. It is just way too small. So basically get all 3 of them or all 6 of them covered like that, and get them cleaned up. And then I've still got to drill a hole right back here for the filler neck. And then there is a, whoops, wrong one. On this tail light lens here, there is a 90-degree fuel overflow coming out of there. So I'll have to fabricate that. So that's it. Just moving right along on this. I think I'm gonna cut this one, make this just part 1. Next I come back, we'll get everything wrapped up, production wise, modification wise, and then we'll get her in primer and see what else we have to do after that, and just go from there. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you next time. Peace.